Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hey, hey, hey. Hi. My name is Farah. Hello. Hi. So be kind, show some. Don't even know how to introduce myself. Don't know how to say anything. I'm just gonna say hi. This is your first time. This is my first time. This is our first time. Please have mercy on me. I'm a total newbie. I'm a beginner. This is my first time. Be kind. Show some love. And why don't you just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, right? I mean, we're just starting off. I know this is going to be a good relationship, but you're going to love it. So go ahead. Hit that button. I have been teaching in Saudi Arabia for 8 months, going on 9. I'm a 3rd grade teacher at a private school. And if you asked me when I was graduating and getting my teaching license, if you had asked me where in the world do I want to work, I would have said anywhere in the world but Saudi Arabia. Fast forward to 2017 and here I am. Here I am in a place I would have never imagined myself. So that just tells you never know where life's gonna take you. And with that said, I'm just gonna get right into the video. 5 things I love about Saudi and 5 things I dislike. I'm not gonna say hate because I rarely hate things, but I'm gonna go with dislike, strongly dislike. So where do I start? Love, hate, dislike, like. I'm gonna go ahead and start with what I dislike. That way I can end on a positive note. Number 1, customer service. Customer service is a foreign concept. It is alien language. It is not even in the dictionary here. There is no such thing as customer service. I remember I went into a grocery store once and there was a quick guide next to the cashier with pictures and short phrases. And there were 4 of them. First one said, look at customer. Second one said, smile. Third one said, ask, how are you? Fourth one said, when you are finished, say thank you. Can you believe that? It was right next to the cashier. And guess what? He didn't do a single thing. He did not even look at me, smile, say hello, say thank you, make eye contact, none of that. I've gotten used to it now, but it can be really frustrating when you need things. Oh, so frustrating. Like I really got some horror stories from that, and I will share those with you later. Although the customer service is whack, there's tons of American food. Man, Saudis love American food. Like they really take it, open up those restaurants here, and they do a really good job. I'm talking about, you know, things that we're so used to eating from: Chili's, Fridays, Red Lobster, IHOP, Pancake House, Cheesecake Factory. They just opened Cheesecake Factory like a week ago. About a week ago, they opened Cheesecake Factory. It's really like busy right now, but I'm gonna wait a little bit and go. But yeah, they have every restaurant. And talk about burger places, man, Shake Shack and In-N-Out. And I don't know if they have In-N-Out, but tons of burger places and food trucks. Food trucks galore. Like their food trucks are beautiful. They spend money on them. They look super hip, super modern, eye-catching, and it's just American food everywhere. Like you're never going to, you know, when you got that craving for home and you just want to eat something that tastes familiar, you will always find something here in Riyadh. I don't know about the other parts of it, but here in the capital, tons and tons of American food, and it all tastes good. Like seriously, tons of cafes. Love it. There are so many cafes. I know that's going off track, but there are also so many cafes here. So when it comes to food, great place. You'll be happy. All right, so we're on number 2 now. What do I dislike? And I can say I hate this actually. When you go to restaurants, be forewarned, there is a single section and you'll see a sign on the door, and there is a family section. Don't go into that single section, even if you're a single female. Hint, hint, don't go into that single section. It's not for you. That single section is for men that are coming to that restaurant without a female. okay? So without their friend or their cousin or their sister or their mother, any guy that's eating solo or eating with other guys goes to the single section. If you're a single female, or if you're a female that's coming with a guy, a male relative or a friend, you go to the family section. And it can be like stressful when I go to a new restaurant and I'm like, oh my god, where's my entrance? Where's the female section? Is this the male section? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, it's so stressful. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling of going somewhere and having the fear that I'm entering the wrong door, you know? So I can definitely say that is something I hate. What do I love? Number 2, I love that kids are taken into consideration. Man, when they plan malls, when they plan parks, when they plan housing areas, there are so many places for children to play. You go to the mall, there's a huge section for kids. They have a mini amusement parks in malls. Like seriously, mini amusement parks. You go and there's a freaking roller coaster zooming through the sky. You go to a park and they tend to have a moon bounce. They tend to have a car, like a car rental place, like, I don't even know what the heck to call them, but kids can rent out these little go-karts and ride them around the park. And there are tons of other toys and equipment that kids and families can rent out too. So it's not just those whack little swings and slides. Nah, there are tons of things for kids to play with. And the parents put down their picnic gear, bring out their food, sip on their tea while their kids just play all over the place. And they have a really good time. So I truly do appreciate the time and the thought and the effort that goes into the planning here when it comes to family stuff. Tip top, I love it. All right. Number 3, what I really dislike is the trash. At those same parks, instead of taking the trash, taking the food that they just ate and walking 1 foot, putting it in the trash can, they leave it on the floor. And it's such a, like, it's just a habit here, and people are throwing trash left and right. You go down the highway in areas where people picnic, because they love picnicking along the highways. They love pulling into a random like parking lot along the desert in a dry area. They love picnicking, and with picnicking comes trash. Seriously, trash everywhere. You see a gorgeous house, gorgeous, modern, like the architecture is impeccable, money is put into that house, and next to it is a pile of rubble with some plastic on it. Like seriously, come on people, get it together, collect your trash, make the whole country look good, look beautiful, you know? That's a negative impression on this place. Going on to the 3rd thing that I love here is the clothing. Seriously, oh my God, Saudis dress their kids so well. Like, a child is a representation of yourself. It is the first impression of your family, of your wealth, of your status. So they take a lot of time and effort into dressing their kids, and their kids dress amazingly. Like seriously, these are mini models. Everywhere I go, every freaking kid I see dresses nicely. And part of it is because there are so many clothing stores for kids here. So many clothing stores, like a whole floor of the mall is dedicated solely to kids. Such a variety in styles, variety in prices, and man, I love it. Their kids dress so nice. Off topic, their men dress really nice too. Very trendy. Love it. Love the styles here. So what am I on? I am on number 4. What I dislike, Saudi coffee. I don't like the coffee. Sorry guys. Don't kill me, I don't like the coffee. I will tell you though, we get that coffee for free at work. I drink it. I do not say no to free stuff. Seriously, if it's free, give it to me. That's my life motto. If it's free, yes, please give it to me. But it's not something I would buy. It's not something I would ever order from a store. To me, the coffee here tastes like water with some floating spices. Even though there really aren't any spices floating, but there are spices in it. I don't know how it's cooked, but I don't like the coffee. And then the way you drink the coffee is the coffee here comes without sugar, right? So you got this coffee and you get it in shot glasses. Shots. You get it in shot glasses, and then you get something sweet with it, typically dates. So what you do is you pop a date and then you take a shot of coffee. You pop a date and you take a shot of coffee, and you pop a date and you take a shot of coffee. By like the third shot, they say that it's supposed to affect you and, you know, wake you up. But the coffee here doesn't affect me. I don't know. I have issues with coffee. I can't drink coffee, and I call it like coffee hangovers. When I have like American coffee, it gives me a headache, makes me dizzy. I can't do American coffee. But the coffee here, it has no effect on me whatsoever. So it's really not something I like. It's on the boat of dislike. But again, if it's free, give it to me. All right, number 4. We're on number 4, almost done, guys. All right, 4th thing that I love here is the affection that men show to each other. It's you could go down the street and you can see like 2 guys holding hands, or when they greet each other, they hug or they kiss. When they talk to each other, they use terms of endearments like habibi, you know, my love, and I love it. I love it. And that affection that guys show for each other translates. Like I see my fathers, and when they come to pick up their sons from my class, or when they interact with them, they're so affectionate. They're so affectionate. They love them, they kiss them, they hug them, they say terms of endearment to them. And I love that. Like I absolutely love the way they love on their boys. On to number 5. 5th and last thing that I really dislike about this culture is it's very show off. And I find it to be very superficial and shallow. I didn't talk about my school earlier, but I work in a super prestigious school, like one of the most elite schools in Saudi Arabia, and the population at my school is like the richest of the rich in the whole country. So I find that like the school itself and the culture portrayed by the parents is very like show off. Everything from your clothes to your bags to the car you're driving to, you know, the crew of nannies that you got following you and your kids. It's like a beautiful vase, well decorated, gold rimmed and plated on the outside, but shallow and empty on the inside. 5th and last thing that I love is the mention of God is interwoven into like daily communication. And that hit me one time when 2 of my students were talking. So I teach 3rd grade, so these boys are like 9, 10. And 2 of my students were talking, and like every other word was like a remembrance of God. And one boy at the end of his conversation with his friend, he was complaining about stuff that happened that he wasn't happy with. And at the end of it, he was like, best, you know, yani alhamdulillah, which means like all praise and all thanks belong to God. So like, I stepped back and I was like, wow, I have difficulty praising God and remembering him and putting his name into my day-to-day conversations. But this 9-year-old, he's got it. Like he's, you know, ending his conversation with thanking God, even though he's going through some difficulty, thanking God for it. You know, just everything, you know, it has the remembrance of God, and it's nice to hear that. It's nice to hear that constantly in conversation. And people are always making dua, which means they're always praying for you. Like I notice here when like teachers separate at school or they part ways, they say like atika lafia. Can somebody like translate that for me or check my translation, which means like may atika lafia, like may God give you health, or I leave you with health. I don't know the exact meaning, but it's just like a nice way to part. So I like that. I like that a lot. So those are the 5 things that I really love about Saudi Arabia, and the 5 things that I hate or dislike about this place. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, comment down below if there are any things that you want to know about living here, about working and teaching in Saudi Arabia, about my life, because I came here as a single female by myself. Solo traveler. So if you guys want to know more about my life and my experiences here, comment down below. Let me know what you want to know, and just give me some feedback on my first video. Be gentle. Thanks again for showing up. Till next time. Bye. And let me give you this. Bye. Hold on. This is how I like to say bye and hi. Bye. Oh, and I'm gonna end with this. If you know what this is, you know. If you don't know, go look it up. Bye bye.